everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. It's been a little while since I did a health update, and I actually recently celebrated my 2-year tumor anniversary of finding out that I had it. For those of you who don't know, I do have a more than likely benign brain tumor known as a pituitary adenoma or prolactinoma, and I was actually diagnosed with it on my 28th birthday, which was December 20th of 2022. So on my 30th birthday, I celebrated 2 years since finding that out, and I never actually did a video on it. And since I've had my 2-year tumor appointment and I recently had an eye appointment, I figured I would come on here and do a little update for you guys. So in this video, I will be talking all about my endocrinology appointment, a new possible diagnosis, which I should have the final diagnosis by the time you see this video, and the results should be in this as well. And I will also be talking about my upcoming eye appointment. I am filming this intro before that, but I will come back and film those clips later. And if you guys have missed any of my other tumor related videos, I will have a playlist linked down below for you guys. And without further ado, now that I've gone on and on, let's get started. Today is November 12th of 2024, and I just got back from my 2-year tumor appointment at the endocrinology office, and I figured I would sit down and talk about it. A little update, I did blood work last week and got my prolactin levels drawn. They are sitting at a really great level, so for now we are going to stay on the cabergoline, and I am on 0.25 milligrams once a week to ensure there is no regrowth of the tumor. In terms of regrowth, I will be having a follow-up MRI in March of 2026. I'm not sure why they're not doing it a year out from my last one. You would think it would be, however, they're going to be doing it 2 years out from my last one because my last MRI was in March of 2024. And I think I'm going to reach back out to them and see if that is really what the plan is. I'm not sure if there was like a mistake in the notes process or what, because it is a question I forgot to ask during my appointment, but then later on asked them in a message on the portal. So at my next follow-up, which I will also be including in this video, I'm going to ask them and get a definite answer on that. And something new endocrinology related, well, it's not really new, but it's the first time a provider has listened to me, is that I most likely have PCOS and have had it for years. When I was originally going through this tumor diagnosis, I was seeing my OBGYN. She's actually the one who diagnosed and found the tumor. So back in October of 2022, we had a bunch of different concerns, and so I did have an internal ultrasound, and the doctor who read it said it is very consistent with an ultrasound you would see with a PCOS patient. However, my OBGYN didn't think that I had it, and for the longest time I've always thought that I've had it because I have almost every single symptom. And so when I was talking to my endocrinologist today, we were talking about it, and then she looked at my weight and she saw that I have gained an additional 30 pounds in just this past year, on top of the 50 pounds I gained when I had this tumor. So those were a big red flag to her in deciding that we are going to go ahead and do blood work to rule absolutely everything we can out. What's really nice is that I've already had Cushing's blood work and urine work already done, and I don't have Cushing's, which is nice. I've had my thyroid checked, which came back absolutely perfect as well. However, she is going to be doing another thyroid check just to be safe because things can change in a year. So I will be having a ton of blood work, and I'm being tested for 13 different things, and I do have a list of them here that I'm just gonna quickly read off. These are the things I have to get checked: testosterone, hemoglobin A1C, glucose fasting, insulin level, lipid panel, 12-hydroxyprogesterone, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, estrogen or estradiol, serum, TSH, thyroxine free, dehydroepiandrosterone sulfate. That was a big word for Elmo. And then my prolactin, and the reason that they are going back and checking my prolactin level again is because back in October I actually started on a medication for my mental health called Abilify, and Abilify can mess with the cabergoline, so they are just keeping an eye on it, which I'm super glad that they are doing. So once I have that blood work done and have the results, I will come back and update you guys. Today is December 2nd, and I had blood work done last Thursday, and all of my results have finally come in, so I figured I would go over those. I'm meeting with my endocrinologist next week, so hopefully she can go through those and tell me a little bit more about them. For me, it's pretty clear. It's looking like I might have type 2 diabetes, which is something we've been on the lookout for. However, However, now it's coming into play with how my blood work is coming out. I do have everything here on my phone. For my hormones, my LH, FSH, estrogen, and testosterone all came back normal, which is good. My TSH and thyroxine free, which both have to do with my thyroid, came back normal, thank God. My A1C was high. It is currently 6.4, which is in the range for type 2 diabetes. And it is quite the jump because back in February, my A1C was only 5.6. As for my fasting glucose, it was high. It was 124 and it needs to be under 99. However, I typically have a high fasting glucose and have probably for the past 10 years now. My insulin level also came back high at 37.3, and based on what I've read, I believe this means that I am insulin resistant. And then lastly, for blood work, I also had a lipid panel done for checking my cholesterol, and that whole entire panel came back wonky. Some are high, some are low. None of them are normal, so I'm hoping that next week at my appointment, my doctor can give me a little bit more of an insight and I can update you guys then. Today is December 12th, and I just had my endocrinology follow-up, and it went really well. I did get a final diagnosis of PCOS, and she said that all my blood work lines up with it. I was thinking I possibly had type 2 diabetes. However, it's just the PCOS. So I will be starting a medication called metformin, and something to know about metformin is that it does have a heavy side effect of diarrhea, and I am someone who had chronic diarrhea for 3 years. So I'm a little nervous to take this medication, but if it doesn't work out, we are hoping, and I mean crossing our fingers, hoping that my insurance will cover injections such as Manjaro so that I can lose some of this weight and manage my PCOS better. And now I go back on February 5th to see her again, just so we can check back in, get an accurate weight measurement, and see how I am doing on the medication. I will also be starting a medication called spironolactone the next time that I see her. She doesn't typically like to start the medications together for the simple fact that you don't know which one has the side effect if you experience a side effect. So we are going to stagger them. So we are starting with the metformin now, and then we are starting with the spironolactone next time in February. And that is where I'm at right now. Next up is my eye appointment. And I also wanted to say that my follow-up for my endocrinology will be in a separate video. So today is January 3rd of 2025, and I literally just walked in the door from seeing the eye doctor, and I have a really good update for you guys. First off, this was the first time in over 2 years that my next appointment with the eye doctor isn't until 2026. And it's been so long since I've had just an annual eye exam, because ever since I was diagnosed with the more than likely benign brain tumor, I have continuously had to go to the eye doctor because of the decline in my eyesight. Now, just because my next appointment is a year away doesn't mean I can't go and see them if I'm having issues. She said she is more than happy to see me if I have any problems. This visit was actually scheduled because I have been struggling with my vision, and I also think I have an astigmatism. So when I went, I told her all my thoughts and everything like that. She took a look at my eyes. My right eye prescription did go from -2 to -2.25, and then my left eye, my prescription stayed the same. However, I do have an astigmatism in my left eye, and because of that, I have a positive 0.25 SIL, which I have no idea what that means, and a 0.90 axis. So if you know what any of that means, let me know in the comments. But that's where I'm at right now. I was correct about the astigmatism. However, it's just in my left eye, which so far my left eye has been my good eye. Now it is starting to give me problems, not as much as the right though. And I have already gone ahead and ordered glasses. So once those come in, you guys will see them. They are purple. I am so excited. And that is all I have for you guys for today and for this video. So that is just my little update for you guys. I can't believe that it's been 2 years since I found out I had a more than likely benign brain tumor. If you guys like this video and think I should continue documenting this journey, definitely let me know in the comments down below. While you guys are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I upload new content regularly and would love it if you'd become part of our little family. Also be sure to hit the bell so that you are in fact notified every time I do upload a new video. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.